Hey everyone, I'm Mike Pesce, one of the principals of the Pesce Lanzillotta team, and today I'm going to give you a June market update. So first, I'll get right into it, current state of the real estate market. So as everyone knows, over the past 2 years, real estate prices have appreciated significantly. That's been driven by two primary factors. The first is simple supply and demand. For obvious reasons, in the spring of 2020, 2 years ago, supply plummeted to historic lows. On the same time, we had a lot of buyer demand coming from New York City. Again, very obvious reasons. It was a more densely populated area, people wanted more space, people were working from home, and obviously all of the amenities of living in the city were shut down. The second factor that's caused that appreciation has been interest rates. Interest rates to help the economy recover have been held artificially low by the Fed for the past couple of years. However, as we all know, nothing lasts forever, and the market's now starting to shift. It's starting to change. So first, rates. Obviously, inflation is a real issue. It is something that the Fed has announced it's trying to deal with, and they deal with that through raising rates. So over the past few months, rates have increased significantly. They've never gone up this much this quickly in history before. Mortgage rates were around 2.5%, 3% throughout the pandemic for most people. Now we're seeing an average mortgage rate just below 6%. So as rates are increasing, as consumers are becoming more concerned about the economy, as they see the stock market going down, as they're dealing with inflation in everyday lives, from gas prices to food prices to energy prices, everything, they're becoming more cost conscious, and we're starting to see consumers sit on the sidelines a little bit more. We're starting to see houses sit on market a little bit more. We're starting to see less bidding wars, less buyers interested in each home, and so supply is slowly building as well. But that supply is building from historic lows. So it is still a strong seller's market, and we do expect it to remain a seller's market for the foreseeable future, for the near term at least, pending any major shift. NAR, the National Association of Realtors, projects right now we're seeing about, in Nassau and Suffolk, if you combine it and average it, about 7 to 8% growth in real estate prices year over year. NAR predicts that growth slows to 0% by the end of 2023. So the real estate market is not something that shifts rapidly for the most part. Obviously in 2008 with the mortgage crisis, that's a different story, but usually it's something that shifts both up and down slowly. So with the current data that we have, NAR is predicting growth to slowly shift down to 0% over the course of the next 18 months. But let's get into the actual numbers. So what's happening in Nassau County? So active listings in Nassau County are down 12%. Number of contracts in Nassau County is down 25%. Closed homes are down 10%, and this is year over year numbers. So as you can see, everything is slowing down. Number of contracts slowing, number of closed deals slowing, and active listings starting to slow as well. But as I mentioned, prices are still holding steady, and we are seeing in Nassau, it's about 9% growth in housing prices year over year, but that growth at one point was higher. And we're going to continue to see that growth slow down, as I've mentioned. Suffolk County, active listings are up 2.5%. So in Suffolk, we're actually seeing a rise in inventory, which again leads towards that shift in the market. Number of contracts are down 16%, and number of closed deals are down 4.6%. So that's what's going on in the real estate market right now. Let me let you know what's going on with the team right now. So our team is performing really well, even in a tough market, in a shifting market. Really proud of our team and the numbers which I'm about to give you. So for the month of June, we had 11 new listings for $18 million in sales volume. We had 12 new contracts for $11.5 million in volume, and we had 11 closed deals for $15.5 million in sales volume. So a really strong June. The spring is the busiest time of year in real estate, and these are the types of numbers that we want to see right in the heart of spring in June. Notable team members. First, leading the team throughout the year so far, William Sundius. He had 1 new contract for the month of June and 2 closed deals for the month of June, totaling $1.1 million in closed sales volume. Next up is Paul Akari. Paul's starting to really heat up here. In the month of June, he had 3 new listings for $2.1 million in volume. So it's a phenomenal job by Paul. Exactly what you want to do this time of year is bring a lot of new listings to market. And lastly, Gina Ferrara. She had 2 new listings for the month of June, totaling $2.5 million in volume. And she had 1 new contract for the month of June for $750,000. So phenomenal job by William, Paul, and Gina. Great month of June. Keep up the good work. Our team year over year, so year to date, as of June 30th, we closed 64 deals in 2022 compared to 51 deals at the same point in time in 2021, which is 25% growth. So it's a phenomenal job by our team there. Really love to see that growth. In terms of volume, we have $64 million in closed volume this year, year to date, as of June 30th, whereas last year, same time, we had $37 million in closed volume. So it's 73% growth, which is absolutely phenomenal. So that's the market update for the month of June. That's what's going on with our team for the month of June. Look forward to giving you guys, the July numbers in another month or so.